So we're still here in Duskwood, same as last time. Welcome back everyone, by the way. And we need to kill skeletal fiends and skeletal horrors for some quests. We also need, anyway, and you need spreaders? And this guy also needs spreaders, Windish does, and we'll need them eventually. So we might work on these a little bit, because we need some ghoul fangs so we can help him out a bit. But let's see. So I think the mobs I need are a little farther south from here. There's a fiend, so we'll start with this one. And there's quite a few of these fiends actually around here, so that's nice. Okay, good. So we got a pretty big army here of fiends to kill. I'm gonna shield up a little and keep winding this one down. So we need to kill 15 fiends and 13 more horrors, so we got quite a few to kill. And I think these are actually the same mobs that are also down here a little bit. So we actually could kill them elsewhere. We don't have to kill them just here, but that's fine. There's quite a few at the spot, so we might as well work on that. And if we're lucky, we'll make this a fairly convenient little farming session for us. It's nice to have this druid with us. He's very, very helpful. He's actually just helping out just because he has the next step in this quest, I think. Oh, these guys do have fear, so I should get fear ward up so we can avoid getting feared all over the place if possible. Spirit taps up, fear ward. I need a rebuff powered fort on myself and need a heal. Looks like the druid's tossing me a heal also, possibly. Not sure. Okay, but this should go quickly. We only need about 22 more kills to wrap it up. Let me let him know what's going on. 10 more fiends, 12 more horrors. Yeah, so once we get this done, I don't know what we'll work on next. We have really quite a few quests to work on, so we can really do whatever we want. And we're gonna easily hit level 29 today, which is nice. Let's heal up. Not heal up. Let's loot that guy. We need more fiends and horrors, especially the horrors. Okay, dot, and let's shield, and then holy fire that one in the distance. Powered shield keeps you from getting stunned or getting your. What is this guy doing? Is he attacking a spider? We just pulled a lot of mobs. I might need to heal myself up here real quick, and hopefully heal myself. Shield up. Let's kill this one. That one's almost dead, right? Dead. Okay, good. Let's dot this guy. We accidentally pulled one of these skeletons, and then Windish decided to pull the spider, which is why we ended up with so many mobs here. In Carrion Recluse, we get some gooey spider legs we could get from it, which would be nice. But there's not much else that we are getting out of these, right? Yeah. There's quite a few quests here for spiders in this zone, so he might have a different quest for this spider, I'm not sure. Okay, let's loot all this stuff. Good, good. Let's renew. Okay. Whatever you want is totally fine. I think we'll be fine whatever we do here, because these are not like that strong of mobs against us. Although maybe I shouldn't be pulling like 3 at once, but even solo I think I could take on 3 at once. Okay. Use cat. So yeah, even solo I think I could probably take on 3 of these. It'd be nice if we could fear them. That's the only problem. We can't fear mobs. I can't fear these mobs because they are undead, and undead are almost always immune to fear, which is a bummer. And I forgot that we do have, last time we skilled up to rank 2 of Psychic Scream, which actually lets us do a fear 3 units at once, which is really nice actually. Very helpful. Instead of just fearing 2, we fear 3, so it's like 50% more effective, I would argue. It seems accurate to me. There should be more of the mobs we need over here, but they maybe are all dead right now. Just kind of taking a look around. There's one somewhere. There it is. Okay. There's a horror. We can get him. That'll put us at about 5 more of these. So we're going to need about 7 more mobs to kill after this. So we're doing a pretty good job. Spirit tap. There's another skeleton finger, which is nice. 5 more. And 7 more fiends. I want to invite. Oh, he's got the Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. So that buff is from Onyxia. So if someone turns in Onyxia's head, you get that buff. And that buff is incredible. Especially at low levels, it's ridiculous, but even at level 60, it's a really nice buff. Looks like we didn't loot one of these mobs. Maybe there's something left here. Skeleton finger. Good, we got all 10 skeleton fingers. That was nice. But we don't have any more of our mobs that we need at the moment. What else does this buff do? It adds 10% increased crit chance from spells. Melee and ranged spells are increased by 5% crit. Or melee and ranged attacks are increased by 5% crit and 140 attack power. Flesh eaters, and a rotted one. Sure, actually I don't want to pull the rotted one just yet. We kill these guys. Zatinik. It sounds like a Russian name to me. Zatinik. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but it does sound like a Russian name to me. I actually got to kill that other mob through my dot, which is cool. Ghoul Fang. I need those, so good. Got a Ghoul Fang. Oh, there we go. We need one of these guys, and let's dot this one. Very convenient. So there's a couple fiends for us. Yeah, so druids are cool because they have 3 different forms, basically. I mean, there's more than 3, but realistically they'll use 3 forms, which is their normal form, which whatever race they are, such as Tauren or Night Elf, and then they can transform into a cat, which turns them into sort of a rogue. I mean, they actually have energy, so if you look at his bar here, he's actually got energy instead of... Whoa, everything is respawning rather suddenly. Let's do a quick flash heal on ourselves, renew. Let's do another flash heal anyway. So yeah, we just got caught in a big respawn storm there. So cat form is really more like a rogue in a lot of respects. It's the most DPS oriented form for druids. And then the final one is bear form, which is much like a warrior or tank. It has a taunt, it has lots of ways to generate aggro. It's pretty nice. So druids are fun because they have such distinct forms to go into, which is cool. I think it's cool anyway. Okay, we just killed like a lot of mobs there. Like we seriously, that respawn was very sudden. Like I think those are basically all the mobs we fought previously when we came through and were clearing, and they respawned very quickly. And I guess we killed them pretty fast too originally. You know, within 30 seconds we killed all 5 of them the first time. So that's probably what happened, is they respawned very, you know, close to that same order of death. So that's why we had so many mobs pop up so quickly. What do we need? Okay, just a few more. That means these guys should be respawning too very soon. Let's do this. Let's do that. I just want to tag them in case someone else comes by and wants them. Yeah, this does go pretty fast. These are level 25, 24 mobs, so they're pretty low level compared to us. We're 28 at this point, and even our buddy here is 26. So between the two of us, we're quite beefy for against these things. There's another melee guy. Can't melee him. I have an unarmed skill of 4 right now, so we can melee him actually. We don't have a staff, so we're just whacking him, which doesn't really do a lot for us. He did get feared. Our friend got feared there, which is kind of funny. We did manage to stun that other guy behind us, which is good. I'm going to cast a renew on myself. Yeah, got it. And it looks like our cat friend aggroed the carrion recluse. So let's clear this up. Let's heal a little. Let's we only need one more mob and then we'll be done. So that'll be nice. Let's try and wrap this up very fast. Let's see, one more mob. One more. Oh no, not. Oh, there we go. Done. I didn't even see that. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Okay. So we're gonna fight them both. Okay, done after these 2. Where do I turn this in at? Darkshire. Okay, so we have to go back to Darkshire for this. We actually have a few quests to turn in at Darkshire. Okay, I have like 3 quests to turn in at Darkshire. I think after this turn in, I'll be on the same quest as you. So I think if I turn in this one, I'll be on the same quest as that guy, which was killing some of the ghouls over there, I think it was. You know, the whole time I forgot to have Inner Fire. So I'm gonna go... I'm gonna try and remember to keep Inner Fire up, but I totally forgot about. Okay. I'll give you lead to look while I turn in. Let's give him leader, and you can hang there. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's summarize what we're working on here. Dusky crab cakes, we're not going to worry about too much. 8-legged spider, or 8-legged menace are not going to worry about too much. Zombie juice, we're going to turn in, because that's just back at, over here. It's an easy quest to turn in. Shadowy figure, we need to talk to someone in Darkshire for that, so that's back in, that's right there also. The Totem of Infliction we are working on, but I'm not sure if we'll finish it. I don't really care that much anyway. The reward isn't... the reward is bugged right now with my add-on. There it is, Totem of Infliction. It's just going to be something we disenchant anyway. It doesn't really matter much. The Night Watch is complete. We're going to turn that in. That gives us a quest line, another quest, which we'll have to go back here to kill some ghouls, which is what Windish is working on. And the Night Watch... Sorry, and the Legend of Stalvin, that we need to go to Moonbrook for. Yeah, absolutely. It always... And I agree with Windish on this. This quest is easy. We can complete it as a single person, let alone as a duo. But if we have a group of people, it will make it faster. And that's always what you're looking for. To me, is just efficiently completing quests. So we get more people together, it'll be a little bit quicker. We can return, look to the stars back there too. And working on the woods we might work on later. So, Zodiac Gloves, 7 Spirit, 4 Intellect. That's a pretty nice upgrade over these gloves. True Faith Gloves are really nice for instancing, especially when we're healing a lot. But right now, when we're solo generally, we aren't healing a lot, right? We're mostly casting shadow damage spells and using our wand. So getting the increased stats on that is worthwhile while we're soloing. And then when we're in a group, we can switch to these gloves. It's the same as our belt. We have this plus 18 healing belt. I use that in instancing because it's nice to have the extra heals, but when I'm soloing, the 6 Intellect, 6 Spirit is more useful. I'm turning in a quest at Darkshire anyway, so no rush. I think Zatanyuk. There's our guy, Zatanyuk. We just saw him just a little bit ago, or was that this? So obviously this episode was split from the previous episode where I was playing and then I basically stopped to end the episode. I think we just saw Zatanyuk in the last episode, possibly. Maybe it was just this episode at the very beginning. I'm losing track of time. Anyway, we've got a bunch of quests to turn in. The Legend of Stalvin quest. To go to the Moonbrook Schoolhouse, we might... I want to do that soon, but it's really not a priority to me. Like, we have all the other quests we're working on anyway, so there's no reason to run all the way, or fly anyway, to Sentinel Hill and run to Moonbrook and fly back right now, or run back. Since we are all here together, I might as well stick with this group and take advantage of that. You know, I think it's a good time to be in a group, not make them wait anymore. All these diseases would be nice. I can cure disease, so that's really handy. That disease is awful. Physical damage taken is increased by 5, stamina reduced by 3, and you can spread it on hit. So if only one person has it, it's easy to spread it to everyone else. So it's really increases your damage taken and lowers your health by 30. It's actually not that bad, I guess, but it's bad enough you want to get rid of it if you can, which is what I can do as a priest. How bad is this lag? Oh, this is looking kind of bad. I just cast Powered Shield and it was like a couple second delay, I think, which is okay for just talking to quest givers, which is all we're doing at this very moment. I think he's in here, this guy we need, maybe? Maybe not. You know what, I think he's in the building just north of us. Looked like he might have been right here, but I guess not. Okay, so there's one person first, Commander Althea Evanlock. Let's talk to her. If we can get this delay to stop being so delayed. Maybe? Oh, server took a crap. Okay, we will be back shortly. Okay, so the server crashed and it didn't roll us back or anything. I thought it was a few weeks ago and kept getting delayed, and since then no new news. Anyway, the server was down for like just a moment. Like it was really like a minute. I was relogged in, no problem. And it seems like the lag is much better now. Like watch, if we click there, continue, complete quest, that's the Night Watch. The next step is wants you to kill 20 plague spreaders. Okay, so that's where what Windish was on. It's what he was helping us catch up for. Now we need to turn in a couple other quests here. This is Tavern Keep Smiths for zombie juice. Gather 8 rot blossoms. Okay. What else? Is this quest giver quest person out here? Yeah. Unfortunately, I think let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. We're looking for Madame Eva again. Madame Eva, the shadowy figure. Let's turn in the book from Sven. Okay, complete. See if other townsfolk have clues about the shadowy figure. Although the author of this book is a stranger of Darkshire, the book itself was purchased here. Interesting. Okay. I know, what is it? Guard Bacchus is the guy that patrols here. Is that what we need for the missing diplomat? I think it's who we need, but where is he? The missing diplomat. Is that really the name of the quest? Yeah. And we got the Defias docket. There he is. I know this guy patrols north of here. I didn't know exactly where it was. This was a Stormwind quest we were working on. So let's turn that in. The Defias docket. Complete quest. Bring the Defias docket to Ellingtrius in Stormwind. Okay, I know who that is. And we dinged. Yeah, turning in quests. So we dinged. So that's nice. So Shadow, let's put next level up, level 30, we're able to put points in this tier. I really like. I eventually want to get silence. I'm just thinking about this. So, Shadow Weaving. Your shadow damage spells have a 20% chance to cause your target to be vulnerable to shadow damage. That seems really useful to me. That seems really good. So I think I want to get... It seems weird, but I want to get Improved Psychic Scream. So I want to put... At level... In the next 5 points I want to put in to Shadow Weaving. And then I want to put in... Ooh, I don't know. There's too much here. Too much, I can't decide. Let's do Improved Psychic Scream. Even though Shadow Focus is very useful, I think we're going to go with that, just because I want to. We're down a 28-second cooldown on Psychic Scream, so that gives a little more time. Every 20 seconds, basically. We can keep people silenced, or feared, for 8 seconds of every 28 seconds. So we only have to fight them for 20 of 28 seconds if the fear holds all the way. The book from Sven's farm, let's turn this in. Search the inn for clues about the shadowy figure. I think that's just like literally here, right? Like, this is... Wait, this is not the inn. This is the town hall. The inn should be over here. We're gonna wander in. Along and... Okay. Oh, there's a next quest to turn in. So many quests are running around here for it. Inquire at the inn. Okay. If you can describe the person you're looking for, maybe I'll remember him. Okay, continue. Oh yeah, I remember this book. Its owner rented a room for a few days and spent his night at the bar, writing. He left town in a hurry. The first place he'd find to the west is Raven Hill. Okay, complete quest. Find the shadowy figure. Ear clues. He is not native to Darkshire. He is nervous, jittery person. He left Darkshire and headed west. So jittery person is probably Jitters. We've talked to Jitters previously, I believe. And I think that's all of our business. No, we still have one more quest turn in. Look to the stars. Still have another quest turn in. Wow. So many quests. Sorry, one more quest to turn in, then on my way. So Jitters is the random guy that was along the route here, like kind of near Raven Hill. So we're gonna go talk to him on our way back to turning these all in. We've turned in so many quests now. It's like a stack of quests, and we didn't really get any rewards for them. Like nothing too significant, but lots of experience, which is nice. Okay, so this is Victory Prism Antris.
Need help?
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for your help, and take care. Alright, the Ogre's Monocle. Now we get a quest reward. We get the Zodiac Gloves, which I think are a good upgrade for us. We also just became revered with Stormwind, so that's cool. 2500 experience, revered with Stormwind, and upgrade, so nice. What do these gloves look like? Let's click off Furbog form, and where are our gloves at? Zodiac Gloves. Nothing fancy, but that's cool. And Windish leaves the party. Okay, so we're going to leave this party also. Let's vendor a few things. Actually, you know, now that we're here and everyone left, let's take the flight over to Moonbrook, to Sentinel Hill, and we're going to go wander into Moonbrook. At level 28, you can level in Duskwood. Yeah, Duskwood's a nice spot for 28, I think. Where else can you level at 28? I'm trying to think what is a good spot. Hillsbrid. Hillsbrid's pretty good for 28. I wouldn't go there before 28. So Hillsbrid's such a crazy zone. I've mentioned this in other videos. It's a good zone for like level 22 Horde to go in there. But it's a better zone than for Alliance is good at like level 28. For some reason, there's like hardly any quests in South Shore below like level 27 for Alliance, but Terran Mill has quests like as early as like 22 for Horde. So yeah, I don't know, it's weird, very strange. And the other zone, as already mentioned, Guild Chat down here for 28s, it's pretty good, is 1k needles or 1,000 needles. 1,000 needles is nice for the Horde at 28. Maybe even 26, you could probably come down here as a Horde character. But for Alliance, you really almost want to be closer to 30. Like 28 is probably okay. 29 to 30 probably is ideal. There's lots of good quests with Shimmering Flats for Alliance. Not a lot of good ones, but there's a handful of good ones. So we've landed, or about to land, in Sentinel Hill. And what is this? A barrel of milk? We don't need that. Now we're going to go to the schoolhouse down here. Let's go ahead and rebuff everything. Rebuff, rebuff, rebuff. Furbolg form is going now. Still need to get myself a pet. I want to buy like a whelpling someday, like a green or black whelpling, but they are expensive, like tons of gold or incredibly long amounts of time to farm them. There's a quest in the Badlands, and I think it's for Alliance, where we're going to have to kill some whelplings. So when we get to that level, we'll grind out those whelplings to get them for the quest, and maybe we'll get lucky and get a red or black or whatever it is. I think it's a black dragon whelpling is what you get from them, from those specific dragons in Badlands, but we'll see. Okay, so I do need to get a pet someday. I might just buy a chicken for myself at some point. Anyway, so we're heading down to Moonbrook now, and we need to go to the schoolhouse here, I believe. Let's take a look at the quest. So the Legend of Stalvin. Travel to the Moonbrook Schoolhouse and bring back any updated information about Stalvin to Clerk Daltrey. Okay. You know, I'm pretty sure there's like a book. I remember doing this quest, like a book on a table in the schoolhouse. And when you click it to complete the quest, it summons like a ghost. Which is I think a fairly high level, like a spirit. Kind of like the, Mary was her name, I think, was the name of the ghost that gave us the comb. In Darkshire, near Darkshire, so I think it's the same model as that. Let's take a peek around the corner before we walk all the way in. Okay, looks clear, but I think there's something here we need, right? What am I? Oh, box of assorted parts. Okay, well we're gonna take that. It's not really what I'm meaning to do here, but there's a copper tube. Don't need that now. So let's read the quest. What? Oh, there it is. Old Footlocker. Maybe this is what we need. Complete quest. Take the dusty, unsent letter to Clerk Daltrey. Accept. Oh, here we go. Forlorn Spirit. Can we fear this? Nope. Oh, we got polymorphed. That sucks. Doesn't really do much, but it's a little annoying. We're gonna go ahead and kill this mob just because it's actually an interesting thing. On Astalrius, I think it was. Maybe also on Kronos. I think in Astalrius is a bug where if you summon the Forlorn Spirit, like every time you accept the next quest, I think it summons the spirit. So if you want, you can like abandon the quest and then re-accept it and then abandon and re-accept it and do that like 15 times, like as quickly as possible, and you'll summon like 15 of these spirits and they don't despawn. So you basically will ruin the quest for the next person. Like the very next person that comes through there has to like deal with like 15 of these level 25s that are stacked on top of each other. It's really a trolly thing to do, but it's I think there's something, I don't know exactly if that's how you do it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And it's kind of funny to me that you can do that. Mechanical Yetis. I cannot make a Mechanical Yeti. My warrior is an engineer. Oh no, sorry. Never mind. I'm not even engineering. I just realized that's engineering, not blacksmithing. My warrior is a blacksmith, not an engineer. Okay, so Legend of Stalvin, the next quest. Take the dusty unsent letter to Clerk Daltrey. Okay, Clerk Daltrey is back in Duskwood, and our hearth is still... Cooldown remaining is 3 minutes, but the timer looks much longer than 3 minutes, so I don't exactly know what the deal is there. We could hearth back in a few minutes, but by the time it's up, we'll basically be able to fly back. So we might as well just take a flight over there and turn that in. Yep, I think it's a plan. And then, what are we going to work on? Finding the shadowy figure, we want to work on that. Working in the woods might be something to work on while we've got some time. Because I gather rot blossoms, bring them to tavern. Okay. Twilight Falls. We're not going to go back to Black Fathom Deeps. We're just not going to go back there at all. I'm going to go ahead and abandon this quest. And I'm going to get rid of the Twilight Pendants. Because I don't want to run Black Fathom Deeps again. It's just, I like the instance, but we're just too high level. I mean, at 29 it's not completely inappropriate for us, but it's just not great. I just don't want to run it again. We're actually basically at the point now we can do Nomergon, so I would rather just kind of prepare to get Nomergon ready soon, after we wrap up a few more Duskwood quests. Let's see, Griffin Master. Okay, let's take our flight back to Duskwood. Is there a way to get items off of my other tune? Can I mail myself? Mail yourself stuff. Yeah, pop up. And you know, in retail vanilla, I think there was a 1 hour delay when you mailed items to any character, even if they're in your guild, even if they're on the same account. It seems like on Chronos, I haven't honestly tested this, but I feel like I've sent stuff to my characters and it arrives less than an hour. I don't know if it's instant, but it does seem faster than a 1 hour delay. It's obviously very easy to test, but I just haven't taken the time to do that test. But it does seem faster, which is kind of a nice thing. You know, there's some things I really like vanilla World of Warcraft, but there are a list of things I would change if Blizzard were to release their own official retail vanilla WoW server. And I'm actually working on a list and a video for that where I want to discuss maybe 5 or 10 things that I think I would like to see changed. But I know a lot of people will probably be really upset about that, because to some people vanilla is like a perfect game and they don't want anything changed. But I understand that, and I don't blame people. If Blizzard released vanilla WoW and didn't change anything, I would still play on it. I mean, if they made it as true as possible to how the retail experience was when it first launched, 2004 to 2006, I would be on board, for sure. I'd actually probably be happiest with that, rather than have them mess with it, but if I could, if I had $1 billion and could spend some of that money to convince Blizzard to make whatever game I wanted, I would make vanilla WoW with a few minor tweaks, which I'll discuss another time. So we've landed in Darkshire, and we're going to wander over now to the Legend of Stalvin quest guy, which is, I forget his name, Clerk Daltrey, hanging out here at the front. Clerk Daltrey is also someone that dies often from Stitches when Stitches runs into town. Last episode you saw some of the Stitches chaos. So let's talk to him. Okay, so the chap did spend some time in Moonbrook. After all, it was rather odd the letter never got delivered. Nonetheless, I shall update the registry. Complete quest. Go to the Lion Pride's Inn to see if anyone there has heard of the name Stalvin. See you later. Well, we have to go north for that. So that's in Goldshire, Lion's Pride Inn, and this is one of the things I've complained about with Goldshire in the past. Oh, what is this guy saying? Holy fudge for? Fuchs? I know what he means, but I wonder why. So, like I said, this long quest line, The Legend of Stalvin, is a cool quest line. I think it's worth doing for sure. It's why we're still running around for it. But yeah, so Goldshire is, I've complained about it in the past in that there's no flight point to it. So it's really kind of isolated to me. It's in the middle of this stupid Elwynn forest, which we never went to Elwynn forest and did any quests there really because we are dwarves. And dwarves and gnomes will start instead in Dunmoreau, whereas humans and mostly humans, some night elves, mostly humans though, will level up the first maybe 5 to 10 levels in Elwynn Forest. Night elves really will spend most of the time in Darnassus, I think, or Teldrassil rather. Way over here, Teldrassil, you can get quite a few levels in that area before you have to leave, and when you leave from there, you probably go to Darkshire as a night elf. Some night elves will skip Darkshire and go to Elwynn or who knows where else, but personally, as a night elf, I would start leveling up in Teldrassil for quite a few levels, and then move to Darkshire, and you can easily get level 16 to 17 in Darkshire, even if you go in there at level 10, and then move from there to maybe Red Ridge Mountains. Anyway, so we're trying to cut over, kind of make a direct line if we can, to the stupid Goldshire, so we can talk to this quest giver and turn in our Legend of Stalvin quest. But we're actually, maybe we'll just speed up the video, at least until we get to Goldshire. It won't be... Oh, damn. I missed that. Apparently there were a swarm of level 60 hordes running through. Maybe Alliance, I don't know. But I did not notice them, so I must have missed that. Anyway, let's speed up the video a little bit, and we'll slow it down again once we land in Goldshire. Okay, so we are in Goldshire now, and this is the Lion's Pride Inn, and nothing really fancy about it. It's a little decorated right now for the Fire Festival, the Midsummer Fire Festival? Midsummer Festival? Okay, but here we go. So let's talk to Innkeeper Farley, Legend of Stalvin. He says, Stalvin sure sounds familiar. The name Stalvin rings a bell, I remember now. Many years ago, on a stormy night, a messenger came in seeking refuge for the night. Near the stroke of midnight, the man ran down the stairs screaming, his face pale with fear. Still wearing his bedclothes, he disappeared into the downpour. In his haste, he forgot his letters in the chest upstairs. He never returned for them. One remains in that Stalvin fellow intended for the Canal District in Stormwind. Help yourself to it. Retrieve Stalvin's undelivered letter from the chest and deliver it to the Canal District in Stormwind. This quest, by the way, if you don't read the quest, a lot of people will forget to run up here and get the chest, and they end up, I think the chest's in this room? Yeah. A lot of people forget about this, and they'll run to Stormwind and then realize they didn't grab what they needed, and then come all the way back. That really sucks. Don't do that to yourself. Make sure you get the stupid thing. Also, this Curse of Stalvin is so annoying. It's finally disappeared. It was a -5 all attributes, and that thing was like a 10-minute duration, I think. We got cursed by the ghost in freaking, what's it called? In Moonbrook. So it took all the way to here to get rid of it. Okay, so Legend of Stalvin, we have the undelivered letter. We're going to go to the Canal District in Stormwind, and the easiest way at this point is to run the rest of the way up here. Honestly, from Duskwood, it's almost faster to fly from Darkshire. Whoops, I'm flipping all over the place. To fly from Darkshire to Stormwind, running down to Goldshire, and then running back up to Stormwind, but I decided just to make the run instead of flying to Stormwind and running south. But now we'll go talk to the guy in the Canal District, turn in this quest. And there's not a lot to this one, so basically it's repeating the description here, and that's all we know at the moment. So the guy in Stormwind will tell us a little bit more about this. And the letter, the undelivered letter, weathered and old, this letter was never delivered. So let's go ahead and read it while running over. There's the page and a little bit more than that. So, Dear Noble Sir, word of your need for a tutor for your children has traveled to me here in Goldshire, where I take up temporary residence in the Lion's Pride Inn. Due to the unfortunate state of events in the region, I was forced to abandon my post as headmaster of the Moonbrook Schoolhouse. Please accept my application to serve as tutor for your offspring. Headmaster Krillian of the Academy can speak to you of my abilities if necessary. I shall travel to meet you in person when the winter rains subside and the roads are suitable for travel once again. Until then, Stalvin, Mistmantle of Silverpine. So now we see this guy is from Silverpine. And I think that's how it connects to Shadowfang Keep to some extent. And we'll explain a little bit more as we move into the Canal District here. And I guess, do we have any business in Stormwind otherwise? I don't think we do. We need to find Jitter still. That's in this kind of south of that. Not Moonbrook. I forget the name of the place. It's on the southwest. Yeah, over here, the Raven Hill is where Jitter's at. So we need to find him, and we need to find. Wait, do we still have a missing diplomat quest? Oh, we do have something here. I forgot about that. Ellingtria. So we do have to talk to this guy in the cheese house again. I'm glad I noticed that real quick. Okay, let's talk to this guy. The Defias Docket. Continue and complete quest. Okay, speak to Dashel Stonefist in Stormwind. You can find him in Old Town. Okay, so off to Old Town. And let's see, what is this quest all about now? Speak to Dashel. So we, yeah, no, think about it. Dashel something. What was his name? Fist. Dashel Stonefist. They call him Fist in the circles. Oh, I remember this quest now, guys. So this is the quest. We're gonna have to fight someone over here. So let's get a little ready to go. Get a Furbolg suit on for combat. Get our inner fire buff, powered fort ready to go. I think as 29 we should have no problem with this fight. It's been a little while since I've done this, but I'm pretty confident we can solo this quest. Especially with fear. It's gonna help a lot. Okay, so we need to get to Old Town. There's like a little hidden area in here. Let's go ahead and do this. We need to go into here. Let's go ahead and put Powered Shield up so we can get the Weakened Soul debuff to drop off. There's Dashel. Why is Dashel still killable? Dashel seems bugged at the moment. So he shouldn't be killable. Unfortunately, this is a bug right now. I don't think we're going to be able to do this quest at this very moment. We killed that rat. Wait, no, we didn't kill the rat. We whacked him. He's attacking us back. The rat attacks. You absorb all the damage. You hit rat for 3. He blocked. The rat blocked one of our damage. Okay, that's so lame. Let's go get this one. I just want to try something real quick. I think it's so funny that we actually don't one-shot rats, even though we're unarmed. He parried. That's so sad. Okay, so this guy should be someone we can attack, or should be someone we can turn in our quest into. Let me try something. He in Stormwind is aggressive, and I cannot turn in my quest to him. Any workarounds? It's bugged, so we might have to come back to this, unfortunately. That's a bummer. It'd be really nice to just complete that quest. I would contact the GM, but by the time the GMs reply, they take a while. I mean, they will get back to you. GMs on Chronos 1 will get back to you, and they do a good job. I really appreciate the few times I've messaged them. I've had pretty good experiences. I was complaining last video about the gold situation, where I was sent some gold, and they were kind of not very helpful regarding what to do. But that's okay. However, I think we need to go over here for the next quest. However, they take a while to reply, like sometimes at least 6 hours in many cases, which means it's not worth sending a request to them. I'll just wait till the server crashes again, and then it resets, and then I'll run over there and try it. If we're lucky, I'm trying to think, I think this might be quicker. If we're lucky, the server will crash in the next like 5 minutes. So by the time we go over here, turn in our other quest, and we log back in, he'll be reset. We can run over there and turn in our quest. That would be very convenient. I can say for sure the quest does work on the server. I completed it on my warrior. It does work. I haven't experienced this bug before. I'm surprised to see it's bugged, but it does seem to get buggy sometimes, so that's too bad. It's one of those weird quests where a character will start off as friendly. You turn in a quest, them complete it, accept the next quest, and then they turn aggressive, and you have to kill them. But before you kill them, they become neutral to you, or become friendly again. And then you can complete the quest with them. So those are kind of weird, kind of buggy quests on a lot of private servers. So here's our guy up in the corner here, Caretaker Folsom. What have you got there? Let me take a look at it. At that, you've got some nerve bringing this here. Okay. My father was the caretaker of the estate long before I was. He had to mop the blood up after the massacre, but that's neither here nor there. The last funds of the, of the Flint Ridge Trust have dried up. Now the last of the family possessions are headed for auction. Blame the tax vultures. I guess if you're really itching to learn more, you're free to look through this junk, and you know what you might find. Who knows what you might find? To search through the packed up possessions for a clue. These are the packed up possessions, presumably, and there's only one we can click on, seal the crate. You slowly slide the lid off the crate. We've gotten 1950 experience between those two turn-ins there. Into the crate you find various objects, musty heirlooms, a family portrait, a few hunting trophies, and some old books. Near the bottom, underneath the ceramic vase, you uncover a torn journal page. Okay, we have the torn journal page now. What does it say to do? Giles, the boy, seems a bit rambunctious and will be a challenge to educate. However, the elder daughter, Taloa, seems exceptionally smart. I couldn't help but to notice her captivating beauty as well. She's on the cusp of womanhood. Now, supposedly the Lord has arranged her marriage for next year, but I digress. This week I will accompany the family to their summer cottage near the Eastvale logging camp in Elwynn, close to Red Ridge Mountain. I hope to write more while there. So that means we need to head back down to the Eastvale logging camp in Elwynn, it looks like. Whew. Oh, I love when that glitches out. Let's back up a little bit. Stormwind is so glitchy, if you set your camera just right, you can often look beneath it, which is kind of fun. It's interesting when that happens. You can see holes sometimes in the geometry and all sorts of interesting things if you really pay attention, and there's many ways to get underneath Stormwind, which is fun. I like going underneath Stormwind and kind of exploring a little bit. I haven't done that on Chronos particularly, but I do know how to get down there. At least on other servers. I don't know on Chronos exactly, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. So now we need to go to... I would like to do this missing diplomat quest. I really want to just finish that, but it's busted, so it's really a big bummer. So instead we need to do Legend of Stalvin, which is at the Eastvale logging camp, which is down in Elwynn Forest. So we look down here in Elwynn, and over here in the east is Eastvale logging camp. And I think it's actually faster to fly to Red Ridge and run west than it is to run south from Stormwind, I think. So we run all the way, so we have to run all the way here, or fly from Stormwind over to here, and then run west. I think it's a little faster. Yeah, I think we'll go with that route. Yeah, it's really hard to decide what's faster, but I think the flying and then running is a little bit faster. It's certainly easier. Flying, you don't have to worry about anything. Just click and wait. Unfortunately, we have to get out of our Furbolg suit. We can't be in the Furbolg suit when flying on Kronos, which is a big bummer. So we'll take a flight over there. We'll speed up the video for the flight itself. And then we'll run west from there. Let's buff that person up and that Voidwalker. Okay, we're going to fly over to Redridge. We'll speed up the video for this short flight. Open, open, close, open, close. So we've landed here in Redridge, and we're going to take our run over to Elwynn Forest. This little sheep here, we're going to give him a whack. See, we don't actually kill the sheep either, he's chasing us down. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Look at that, like, it's so slow, we're actually outrunning it. It's kind of goofy. So now we're going to head over to Elwynn. Someone was asking in guild chat if you can buy a character, and it really... This is really controversial, and it's one of the worst things. It's basically the worst thing about Kronos to me, is that you can't buy a character. So you can't just go there and get like a boost to boost your character to 60. You can't buy like a new character, but they do have like Kronos like sanctioned character auctions where like if I quit Kronos, I don't want to play anymore, I can list my level 29 Supa Dwarf Priest on their website, and people can bid on it or buy it or whatever. So it doesn't allow for new characters to be created, but does transfer ownership of characters. I don't like that. I wish that wasn't the case. The only justification that I really understand for this is that if you imagine, if I'm trying to think about this, so even if they didn't allow character sales, people would still do it. I mean, there's other venues to sell your characters. There's Reddit. There's official. There's like websites, not official. There's I forget what it's called. There's like a large website. It's like an eBay for MMORPGs. There's other places where people can buy and sell characters anyway. And basically the argument that I heard was the Kronos team decided it was better to keep that in-house so that they could keep track of it themselves. I think they profit from that. I think they get a cut of sales. So although they say it's, you know, to keep eye on things and make sure things are kind of above the table, it obviously also maybe gives them some profit. So you know, there's that, and that's, so, you know, at least that's my understanding, but that's the major thing that I don't like. You can also buy mounts, but you can't buy the riding training, so I don't care as much about that, because the riding training is the big part of it, but if you can buy a mount, it's kind of like buying gold, basically, right? So, it's a little weird. Anyway, I'm at the Eastvale logging camp now. This is the logging camp. There's more in the distance, actual, like, lumber yards and things. And it's the guy we need to talk to for the Legend of Stalvin quest. This is Marshal Haggard. What have you got there? I cannot see. My eyesight is very bad. Put it in my hands. I can barely make out those letters. That writing style reminds me of something I once saw by I once saw before my vision became so poor. Let's complete the quest. Okay, 1200 experience, nice. And Marshal Haggard wants you to check the chest upstairs to the Faded Journal page. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go upstairs and grab that. And I don't think we have anything with the fight when we open this. I know sometimes these quests, you open up a chest and a mob pops out, like at the Moonbrook Schoolyard. But I don't think so here. Let's find out. Okay, we're opening. And Marshal Haggard's chest, the Faded Journal page. Okay, nothing popped up. Oh, wait, holy crap, something did pop up. Oh, it's another Forlorn Spirit. God damn it, it's another curse. I hate that curse. Okay, let's just kill this mob. That's funny. I didn't remember there being a spirit that would pop up here. Thankfully, super easy character to kill. And dead. Done. Okay, now down we go. Let's get our Furbog suit back on. We have a 10-minute curse, which is super annoying. I'm going to turn to the next quest to Marshall. Did you find the page I mentioned, Soupa? Yeah, we did. Let's actually look at that page. Faded Journal page. Most strange and uncomfortable feeling. Never have I felt the way I did today. Whilst assisting Giles with his history lesson, Taloa was outside tending to the flower garden. After a few minutes, she came inside and placed a scarlet begonia in my open palm and smiled at me in such a way that my heart felt as though it was trembling within my chest. Sounds like this guy's got a crush on her. We found it. Yes, we did. 1200 experience. Cool. I know of someone who might be able to assist you. Back when I was leading the Stormwind Guard, we used to get drinks at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire. Take the Faded Journal page to Tavern Keep Smith's. Okay. Well, so we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I'm just going to hearth back to Darkshire rather than run back. So, almost there. That hearth's about done. And there we go. Nice. So, let's talk to this guy. Turn in. Tavern Keep Smith's. Legend of Stalvin. Continue. By the light. You bet I recognize that handwriting. Complete quest. Okay, so now we need to take the muddy page to Commander Ebenlock. So, I followed the legend of that Stalvin character for years. When those visiting nobles were slaughtered a few years back, I went with Haggard to investigate. I found these muddy pages, but we were never able to link the handwriting to the crazy man in the woods. Your trail of evidence proves his guilt. Take this to Commander Ebenlock immediately and fill her in on what you've discovered. Okay. Another 500 experience, 550 for that quest. Stitch is out here. Nope. Again, Commander Ebenlock is still alive, which is beautiful. Sometimes she's dead if Stitches happen to be by. This better be good. Priest, let me see what you have there and tell me your tale, but by the light, be quick about it. Darkshire's defense is #1 priority. I have not the time to squander undead and leads. Okay. Mal, you have proved yourself to be quite a detective, Priest. Thank you. Complete. Show Clerk Daltrey the Bloodstained Journal page. Okay. He's in here. 250 experience. This is the longest quest line, I think, ever. There's like 20 quests in this. Maybe like 18. Okay, Legend of Stalvin. Back in, Soupa. What do you have this time? Well, yes, the readiness page does in fact match that of the registry signatures. Complete quest. Report the news to Commander Ebenlock. Okay, back we go. 250 experience. Let's talk to her.
Hello.
The Legend of Stalvin. Yes, Soupa. I knew it. Fine work, Soupa. Okay, kill Stalvin, Mistmantle, and show Madame Eva his family ring. The final quest, I believe. And the reward is modest, to say the least. But it's a long, kind of fun quest line. Legend of Stalvin. Okay. So, where do we do this? I think he's over by here. Somewhere. Maybe? Where is Stalvin? I actually don't remember where Stalvin's at. We'll find him eventually. We got plenty of other things to worry about anyway. And we need to go to the Shadowy Figure quest, working in the woods. Let's see. Anyone for this? Vile, Fang, and Painted Ones? I want to see if anyone wants to join us for this quest. And otherwise, we might... see if anyone wants to join us for Plague Spreaders, Totem Infliction, find the Shadowy Figure. Okay. Well, either way, we're going to head to the west from here. And we want to talk to Jitters. We want to turn in our quest to him. He's got the Finding the Shadowy Figure quest. Which one? Oh, it's Previn. Hey, that was a guy that was in our group previously when the server blew up. Alright, Previn. Okay. Hi. On my way. Where's he at? He's already over there? Okay. I going the right way? Yeah, I like spun around on accident there. Let's buff up. And I also need... So Legend of Stalvin. Kill Stalvin Misman. Huh. Okay. Let's do Night Watch. Let's do Night Watch first. Since I need to go over there anyway to talk to Jitters, I might as well head over. I can turn to my quest to Jitters along the way, and also work on killing these guys up there. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Sorry, I'm in the middle of snacking and having a non-alcoholic drink right now, and it's slowing down my storytelling / talking at this very second, but in just a moment I will be back to normal, and we're also getting our Furbog form back up. And yeah, this quest should go pretty quickly with our friend here. What is it, 25 rogue? Yeah, this should make it pretty handy for us. And I'm trying. Let me remember this. So, Legend of Stalvin, kill Stalvin. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, I knew it was in the text somewhere. It would say. I was just missing it. Travel to his cottage just north of town and execute Stalvin. So we can go just north of town and kill Stalvin. So he should be up here somewhere. In fact, yeah, now I see him on the minimap there. Thanks to the questy add-on. So he's definitely nearby. So we can go and deal with him at any point from now pretty easily. Let's move that up there. I'm running out of bag space, actually, I noticed. It's not a really big deal, but we should be okay. Just got a lot of stuff to vendor, to be honest. Mostly junk. Cooking recipe we'll hold on to. Yeah, lots of junk to deal with. Anyone else for killing plague spreaders? Whoops, got stuck on the stupid fence while I was trying to type. These guys might need some better buffs, possibly. Oh, missed out. Anyone else for killing plague spreaders? Thanks. I completely did not realize I was party chat. I was not paying any attention. I'm appreciative that he noticed that. Saved us, saved me a little bit of trouble. We can easily duo this quest. I could solo this quest, but killing 20 plague spreaders could take a little while solo. So I might as well group up. And what is this? A level 26 warrior? He's way over there. She is way over there. Looks like a female gnome warrior, so it's going to take a little while for her to catch up. We maybe can get started anyway? Is that stupid? I don't know. It's always a little inefficient. Hi there. Two more spots for killing plague spreaders. Please send tell. PST means please send tell. Like if you do /tell, you can whisper, but like in WoW, we generally refer to it as a whisper. So /w, hi, you can whisper yourself. /t, hi, you can send a tell to yourself. I think tells came from EverQuest, possibly was the term used there. And whispers was World of Warcraft. I'm not sure if that's exactly true, but I always use whisper, but some people use tells. But it's always abbreviated as please send tell PST. Means the same thing as whisper. Okay, book from Sven's farm. Continue, complete the quest. Hi, I'm the author of the book. You finally found me, huh? Okay. Return to Sven with Jitters completed journal. Okay. Well, we're gonna go up there. Turn in that quest. Sven's in the northwest. You might remember he's in his little camp up here. So might as well turn that in while we're hanging out. It's also a long quest. There's a couple very long quest lines in Duskwood. I mean, between the Sven quest lines, Working in the Woods is a few quests long. The Night Watch, I think, is a few quests long. Definitely a few quests long. Legend of Stalvin, the Looking Through the Stars or Into the Stars quest we completed. I mean, there's a lot of quest chains here. Try to fear them both did not work very well. Orphic Bracer. 7 intellect, 7 spirit, increases damage done by arcane spells and effects by 11. I guess it's arcane mage stuff. I mean, obviously it's for an arcane mage, but I don't know if that's that good. Sort of. Mages don't really usually use arcane damage a lot. Most mages at 55 and above will use Frost. Maybe Fireball. Once you get past like Molten Core, you could maybe argue, and Blackwing Larry could argue that Fireball is useful, or Fire Spec is useful, but yeah. Okay, so Jitter's completed journal. Continue complete quest. Yeah, so I have seen these riders in Duskwood and have seen them speak with the wizard Morvent Fell at the Forlorn Row. Okay. Kill 15 skeletal raiders, 3 skeletal healers, and 3 skeletal warders, and then return to Sven. This is going to also result in us needing to kill an elite mob. So this is the proving your worth. And these guys are also all in the same spot, I think. Yeah, so I also need to kill skeletal raiders, healers, warders, if you guys want. Yeah, so these are all in the same area over here. We're just going to kill pretty much freaking everything over here. Because we need to kill a bunch of stuff for a couple quests. So there's our raiders that we need to kill. Might as well, let's see. Preben needs them also. Let's get over to Preben. Is fence or gap? There it is. I knew there's a little break in it somewhere here. We need rot blossoms, which drop from skeletons. There's a lot of stuff we need here. What are these, grave robbers? Ah, interesting. Ooh. There's our rogue friend. Oh, I got a stun on that guy. Cool. Let's dot this and then kill them both. We don't really need these fiends for anything. We just need the rot blossoms that they drop, so that might come from them, but yeah. It'll be fine. What's this guy got? Let's look at his gear. Thief's blade, black. Okay, pretty good. Needs a shoulder, needs a neck, needs rings. Not bad, not bad. He got a rot blossom, which I also need. Neom is turning in another quest over there. Let's go ahead and kill some of these while we're waiting, because the other guy didn't mention that he needs those, so we might as well kill them. Get a few done, because if he needed them, I wouldn't maybe do that. But he didn't mention needing these guys, so we might as well grind out a few while we're waiting. Oh wow, that skeletal healer like literally does heal quite a lot. Kick to interrupt his heals. Skeletal raider. Let's pull this guy. Let's just pull the healer. There's an elite. Is Morbent Fell, I think his name is. I don't see him at the very moment. Ooh, that was a nice crit there. Pretty solid. Uh-oh. We got a recluse coming. Yeah, I know about energy. Yeah. I got it. Well, that's should be dead pretty quickly. Okay, dead. Let's put a dot on that. He's already got powered fort, it looks like, so he's good. And resist, really? Come on, don't resist my stuff. His excavation rod's pretty good. It's not as good as there's a Black Fathom Deeps rod that I missed. There's like a quest that I forgot to grab, so kind of a bummer, but I'm not going to go back to Black Fathom Deeps as I mentioned, so I don't think it's going to be something we're going to pick up. That's fine. Where's our other guy? He's on his way now, okay. Really, slowing poison. So what is this? Time between attacks increased by 25%. Okay, that's not so bad. It's not like he's slowing my spells also. And it's a pretty short duration. Let's pull one of these other healers. We got all the healers we need now. We just need warders and raiders mostly. And unfortunately, I could pull these back, but oh, there's Morbent Fell. I think you can see him in the distance there. Yep, there we go. Oh no, Morla Dim, not Morbent Fell. Morla Dim is that guy's name. Looks like he vanished. Our buddy vanished, which is a good call, because we really don't want to pull that level 35 elite. I mean, we would get like destroyed. Yeah, I think he circles around the back of this building. Okay, so we killed a few of these. Our warrior's almost here. Let's go kill this raider. We need to kill these anyway. Get away from where that Morla Dim is that yeah, Morla Dim. I think Morbent Fell actually spawns over here, north of the graveyard. And I guess you guys are talking about football. Well, so they're talking about American soccer or football, European football is what it would be called. I don't follow football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. I follow American football. I don't really follow European football very much. Yeah, check the guild info. I think we do. Okay, where is our guy? Warrior's almost here. And then we'll start killing these other things we need. Right? Yep. Okay, Flesh Eater. What do we need? What are they called? Plague Spreaders. So Plague Spreaders, I think, are farther over here. There's a Plague Spreader. And is this Plague Spreader? That is a rotted one. It's a Bone Chewer. We need to go, like, underground. Okay. Let's fear that thing. Can't fear it? I don't know. It didn't seem to work. I think we need to go underground for Plague Spreaders. Thankfully, I'm still hitting the guy and I'm not facing him at all. There's a rotted one hanging out of that tree. That was scary. I don't know if you saw that. Just like sticking out a little. Kind of caught me off guard. Was not really expecting that. There's our gnome warrior. So we got a warrior. We got a good group here. Anyone else joining? Anyone nearby wants to group for Plague Spreaders? Ah, Groove Metal. Good, good. Invite. What does he got? Diseased? He got lots of diseases. Let's cure him. And he's good. That's not a disease, right? Pierce armor? Nope. Nice. Okay, we're gonna clear through stuff real fast now, having this many people together, which is nice. Good, good. Where's Previn at? Right there. Okay. Yeah. So okay, this is gonna be as fast as it's gonna possibly go. Just about. We have like a complete group, and it's actually a well balanced group, right? We actually have healer, tank, you know, all the good stuff. Let's pull this one and pull that. I'm just gonna pull whatever I want to pull, I guess. They'll catch up easy enough. Ghoul Rib. Do we need Ghoul Ribs? We don't. There is... That Flesh Eater's got to aggro on our buddy here soon, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm really surprised that... It's a 29, that 24. I'm surprised that's not close enough to aggro. Oh well. It's good for us. We don't need that one anyway. It's the Flesh Eater. What is... that is a Plague Spreader like right down there, right? Can't quite get to him. Now we can. There we go. We have to just jump over the fence and come down here. The Unstoppable Force. Did he get it? Get it? Cool. Unstoppable Force is a pretty good weapon. Definitely a good weapon. Okay, we're gonna pull this one. We're not in combat, right? No one's fighting anything. Doesn't look like it. Disease is all over the place though. So let's kill this thing. And then start doing some disease curing. Disease cure. Cure disease. Cure disease. Cure disease. Okay, good job. Alright, down we go. Bone Chewer, we don't need that. There are more Plague Spreaders down here though, which is good. Can we fear these? We can't, okay. I know we tried to fear this a minute ago for one of them. I didn't see the immune message pop up, but now I see it definitely was immunity that caused that. So 10 mana leech every 10 seconds. That sucks. Okay, so let's just cure that in 10 seconds. Spends 100 mana, 99 mana to do cure disease. Basically 100 mana, which means we in 10 seconds we would have paid for it in terms of mana cost. Okay, we're gonna blast that guy. Oh wow, we just pulled everything. Well done, warrior. I can only heal so much. Our mage is not with us. Oh, I'm out of here. Shielding up myself and backing up because I really can't tank all these. There's too many here. Where's my fade ability at? Shadow magic fade. Let's fade. Sure, that worked. The rogue's here. The warrior is down there somewhere. That one died. That's good. Where is our warrior at? Down here. Okay, there's our mage. I didn't see our mage in that mess. I don't know why. I just didn't notice him, I guess. And who else needs some heals? There. Okay, not bad. We pulled through that. I don't know how many we killed there. At least a couple. Maybe more than that. Not bad, though. Okay, we've got more than half of them killed now. There's a Brain Eater. We don't need that. Plague Spreader. Sure, let's get that. Someone get him. Someone pull aggro. Oh, we've got the warrior charged. I didn't realize the warrior's charging in there. What's this disease? So there's two diseases. There's the Plague Mind and Wandering Plague. They're both important to clear off if we can. And it does suck up a lot of our mana, but it's still worthwhile to get rid of that. Let's go back into Furbolg form. Let's go ahead and throw a dot. At least, this is actually a pretty nice area for clearing this stuff up, and it's pretty... You know, we're like underground, so we're not... I don't know, I like this. It's kind of nice. Brain Eater. Oh, there's another group down here. Brain Eater. We don't need any of these, unfortunately. I don't know why. I mean, we need them for Ghoul Fangs, but I'm not sure if that makes it really worthwhile. Guess we'll pull this one. I mean, if we're gonna pull them, might as well pull them and start clearing them. I just don't know if there's more down here somewhere. I know there's another room up ahead. If you look in the back, you can see this little... I'm kind of circling with my mouse right now. There's a little area that leads into another spot, but it's probably been cleared out. Oops, I didn't mean to cast a fear. Let's do a... Whoops. Trade cancel. Who's trying to trade me something? Someone? Lesser mana potion. Thanks. Cool. Huh. Talk for you, so... Brain Eater. There we go. Plague Spreader. Let's get him. This is what we need, right? That must be pretty fast respawn rate. If that one already respawned, right? I mean, we've only been down here for a couple minutes, I think. 5 minutes max. So pretty solid respawn rate, which is nice at least. But we need still 6 more of these guys. Brain Eater, okay. It's kind of a... It's an interesting little catacombs area down here. It's kind of cool looking. What are these guys? Warrior, Priest, Warlock. Okay, where are we going? I'm going to stick with the group. I don't really want to get away from them if possible. There's probably some more Plague Spreaders upstairs, but there were at least 3 or 4 up there, I think, before we came down here. There's a Plague Spreader. There's one. There's one. Oh, wait. Mage left? Why would the mage leave? Why would you gotta do that, mage? Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna fade. We're gonna toss a heal on this guy, and we're gonna wand this one down. This one should die very shortly. A couple more wand hits should take care of it. And let's dot him, I guess, for now. And we're gonna toss a heal on our warrior. I didn't even see the mage say anything. Did you guys see him say anything? Or he just bail out. Ooh, I gotta shield myself. It's on cooldown. Okay, there we go. I accidentally shielded the other guy, not myself, and that was unfortunate. And it was on cooldown then, so I was kind of stuck. A few flash heals should be in good shape. Okay, all good. 2 more for me. Good. Well, took care of that. Somehow I still have aggro on this thing. But fine. That's a good pull. We cleared a bunch of stuff up here. And, whoops, I don't know what's happening with the camera there. And, okay, good. Let's go back down then and grab a couple more. Back down, like 2 left. Yeah, let me cure disease. Let's do that. Let's cure. They got so stacked on diseases there. I, was paying attention to just, like, surviving that fight and kind of lost track of the diseases. Looks like the Brain Eaters cast Plague Mind, and I think... Really? I pulled aggro with my wand. That's impressive. Like, I wasn't actually doing anything. All I did was... I guess I did cure disease a little before that fight started, or as the fight started, so it's possible that was generating some aggro. Okay, these are the last 2 we need. Okay. Someone else take aggro. I don't want the aggro. I want to fade out of here. I need to put fade on my toolbar apparently, but... Okay, all done. Wanna do another quest? How do we turn this quest in? Let's take a look at our quest log and see. We have to go back to Darkshire for that. I need raiders / healers / warders. Raiders, healers, warders would be nice since we're all the way over here anyway. And the Worgens are way down here, so it's kind of the opposite direction. Yeah, I'd rather work on... Okay, I'd prefer the warders since we're here already. Yeah, I'd prefer to do that. Whoa, whoops, raider. I'm gonna back up. Alright, he's gonna AFK briefly. If he follows us... if he stays near me, the warrior may bail out then. The warrior might be done, because he doesn't need that quest, I think, so he's probably going to leave. I'll pull here, you just stay stealth. Because I can pull some mobs and take care of him without him. I don't need his help for that. Might as well let him get some free quest kills. What is this? Plague Spreader. Okay, we don't need those, obviously. We just finished up 20 of them. And that, I don't know, how long did that take to kill those? Not very long. I mean, that had to have been Looks like it's Plague Mind. I gotta clear that in a moment. I'm gonna finish this mob up, and then I'm gonna cure that disease. And one more hit should take care of him. Done. Cure disease. Spear tap. Alright, so I want to pull... There's one, I think, right? A raider. So the problem is the warders. I haven't seen it yet. I think they're in... I think they're underground here. I think I have to actually go underneath, into that catacomb thing there to get those guys. Which is fine, we can do that, but unfortunately means we're going to waste some time. Uh-oh, there's more Ladim. We're going to run. We're running real slow because we have the slowing poison on us. We got to back up, back up, back up. Got to keep running. Let's redot this guy. And a few wanding. Let's see, kill it. Okay. Alright, I gotta get out of the way. I think our buddy is stealthed here, right? Yeah, definitely stealthed. Okay, more Ladim's not gonna aggro onto him. So that's good. Plague Spreader. What I want to do is sneak around here and pull... We don't need any more healers. We just need 9 more raiders and 3 more warders. It hovers between a 1 to 3k pop on K1 and about 1.5 to 4k on K2. So the populations on the servers, there's someone that's been running that I've been talking to that has figured out the populations they think, and I agree with these numbers that I think it's between 1 and 3k at any given time on Chronos 1. It is proving your worth. Not sure what's before it. I forget what's before it. Anyway, so it's like around 1,000, 3,000 people online at any given time on Chronos 1 and Chronos 2. Chronos 2 is a little larger population, probably about 1,000 people more, 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 people more on average on Chronos 2. Yeah. So hold on, I'm kind of hoping that our guy's gonna come back because I want to go down in this catacombs to work on this next quest, but it's a little hard to do this solo. It's kind of a packed area. Target not in line of sight. Really? Why you gotta not be in line of sight? Okay. We have to go down those catacombs, I think. I'm gonna bubble up, cast a little shield on myself, and keep wanding. To get the warders. I think the warders are underground. Pretty sure that's true. We'll find out soon. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Let's pull... he's out of range. Okay, it's a bummer. Oops, I didn't mean to dot that guy. It's a little bit of a waste. Let's start blasting this one. Hopefully we have line of sight. We do. Okay, good. Okay. He's gonna go down there and check. That's perfect. Good use of a rogue stealth ability, just kind of scout out ahead. Actually, we have mind vision, so I could like get a target of one and then see what's down there, but I think we can just go down. I'm like 90% sure this is where I need to be. So let's get down there. Let's take a peek around the corner without turning the... Okay, there we go. Looks clear-ish. Let's get inner fire up. Wardens, good. Okay, I'm going to shield up here. I'm going to dot that one. I'm going to dot this one. And what do we just... Oh, these are warder... Okay, he said wardens. They're warders. That's what we actually need. And we only need to kill 3, so this is 2 of them right here. That's going to be real quick. Let's finish this one off, and then hopefully there are healers. There's a warder over there, and there's some to our left. There is a rare spawn that sometimes spawns right around here. I finished that, I believe. That's the ogre quest we did recently. There's a rare spawn, Commander Felstrom. I was just saying that there's a rare spawn sometimes around here, and there he was. Someone killed him relatively recently, that's funny. Too bad we missed them. I like to get the rare spawns when we can, and I don't often get them. I don't know if we've gotten very many at all on our priest here, but I do like to get them when possible. That's a... Oh, that one was a raider, not a warder. Okay, this one's a warder, though. So... yeah, so I think that quest, through the, whatever it's called, Look to the Stars, is for a monocle we need from that ogre who is down here at the Volgol Ogre Mound, sorry. Volgol Ogre Mound. That's hard to say, Volgol Ogre Mound. Tough. Okay, we're gonna wand this one down. We don't need any more healers now, I think. Just 6x more raiders for me. You? And let's toss a heal on our friend there. So I don't see any chests on our minimap. I thought there might be some chests down here, but I don't see any at the moment. Let's take a peek down here, see if any raiders... Oh, that's a warder. Let's go outside for the raiders. I think it makes more sense to just move out there. We don't really need anything here. I don't think Census Mod, the add-on, really works on this server. Okay, see you, Nyom. There's a raider, let's get him. Got him. Let's hopefully not aggro a bunch of other stuff. Oh, he's got a raider also, let's dot that one. I'm not in line of sight, really, okay. Let's heal him, and let's redot this one, and let's wand this one down. I guess it makes more sense just to focus fire at least, so we can both... Oh, then that healer just healed up the stupid... That's always irritating when healers actually heal up other mobs. Sometimes healers won't do that. Ooh, I need to shield myself. And I'm going to fear that spider away, which I think worked. I'm going to cast a quick heal on myself. And let's kill this raider off. Let's get a dot on him, and let's kill him off real quick. We did manage to fear that spider, which was really handy. We were just taking a little bit too much damage all of a sudden. We were tanking like 3 or 4 mobs? Yeah, we're taking like 3 or 4 mobs. Let's re-shield up, renew again, inner fire, and then do a flash heal. Maybe 2 flash heals for good measure. Now let's dot this spider. We don't really need this spider. I don't even know where he came from. I feel like he spawned on top of us. Then we need 4 more raiders after this. Okay. We did get all of our skeleton fingers. We got them a while ago, actually, I think, so we're good on that. That purple haze is because that stupid house up here on this hill causes a purple haze, so it's a little irritating to be around. Here's another raider over here. Let's get him in line of sight. I just need 4x raiders. Yeah, just 4 raiders. No healers or warders. Okay, there's another raider over here. Let's mark him so the guy sees what we're going for. Anyone want to do Nomergon? I do want to Nomergon, but I don't have time today to do Nomergon, and we don't have our quests yet. I want to make sure I get all the quests together so we do that a little more efficiently. Black Fathom Deeps was a little inefficient for us, unfortunately, so hoping not to have that happen, where we miss out on some good quests. Let's loot that. A heavy bronze lockbox, so I'm going to greed roll on that. There's a plague spreader, we don't need that. Here we go, another raider. Let's dot him, shield, and blast them with a holy fire, and 2 more, 1 more after this one. Wand, and then, oh man, stupid healer, this is gonna suck. Healer spawn, means gonna heal up the raider. Oh, wow, Morladim is gonna wreck that guy. Let's try to save him with a shield, and let's fade. I don't know if fade does anything. I think I saved him though. I think Prebin lived. Skeletal Raider reset. No problem. Good. We all lived through that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna really get the save off in time, but it worked out, so no big deal. Let's pull this one. If he doesn't get out of range, if he stays right there, I think we'll get him still. And blasted him. Okay. 35 elite. Oh yeah, Prebin can't even see his level because he's only 25. I think you can only see mobs 9 levels above you, I believe. I think once it's 10 levels above you, you just see a question mark, or 2 question marks, which is the same thing for PvP scenarios. So if you see someone, you know, riding around a mount and you are like level 25, you can assume they're at least level 40. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay, just 1 more for me to pull. Let's see if I can get this guy. There we go. This is the last one. I don't know what quest after this. We gotta return to Sven after this. So let's turn in after this. Okay, done. Let's turn in. And Sven is still in that slow poison. Can't move very fast. Movement speed reduced by 37%, unfortunately. We're gonna shield our buddy up. And let's rebuff Powered Fort and everyone. So we're gonna regen a little while we're just running over to Sven. And we will probably try and wrap up 1 more quest after this. So I don't know which one. Maybe Work in the Woods this guy wants to, but I'd like to just finish up the quest line for proving your worth. I don't know exactly what is next in that quest. We'll find out in just a moment. Okay, Sven Jorgen. Let's talk to Sven. Guess you're a shadow spec? Mostly. Yep. Continue. You receive 18 silver. Complete quest. Give Jitter's completed journal to Bishop Farthing in Stormwind. Okay. Well, so what's left for us to do here? Gather Rot Blossoms. We have 0. We didn't get any from any of those kills. Totem Infliction. I don't want to kill spiders for that. Stormwind turn in. Darkshire turn in. Worgen in the Woods quest. Legend of Stalvin. Okay, Worgens? Let's see, where are we? Worgens are down here. Okay, so the Worgens are back to Darkshire anyway. We have to go back that way since our Hearth is not available at the moment. Mind Flay, I don't know why you don't use Mind Flay. I think it's considered good if you stun the mob first. But soloing, they will interrupt your casts anyway. I don't know if that's really true, but I've kind of got the feeling that Mind Flay isn't amazing. It's the benefit of Mind Flay partially, one of the things, that it slows down mobs, right? So that you'll have a longer time before they get to you to deal damage to you. But, I don't know, I mean, Holy Fire is a holy spec thing, so I maybe shouldn't be using Holy Fire. Wait, is it? Yeah, Holy Fire is holy spec. I don't know. I'm not sure why I don't use Mind Flay. I like Holy Fire, which is probably stupid. I should probably just stick to Mind Blast since I've been speccing into things like Shadow Focus. Yeah, true. I think it is ideal to use it, but I guess I just don't. Yeah, I don't really have a good logic for why I'm not using it. I just don't. Okay, so what are we doing here? So next level, though, when we level up, we're going to be able to get Shadow Weaving, which will probably stack. At which point, once we get Shadow Weaving, I'll probably stop using Holy Fire. I like it, but I think it makes more sense to use like Mind Blast, Mind Flay, things like that, where I can really benefit from the reduced chance to resist and the this Shadow Weaving buff also. And I guess, yeah, also that's true. Even Blackout is not benefiting from Holy Fire. I should really stop using Holy Fire. It doesn't make any sense. I keep forgetting it isn't a shadow spell. It really is a holy spell, so it's just not great, maybe? Let's swap it out. Let's say goodbye to Holy Fire off our toolbar. Switch over to Mind Flay and maybe try Mind Blast, Mind Flay dots, or Shadowward Pain, Mind Blast, Mind Flay. What's the range in our spells? So 30 yard, 30 yard, 20 yard. So, okay. Well, that's also where, like, Shadow Reach would be nice. We can increase our range by, like, I guess 18%. I assume it goes up by 6% for each talent point. That'd be kind of nice. Let's get back in Furbog form. Rebuff a little. We have so many potions. You know, I actually gave a few potions away. I sent my healing potions, like pretty much all of them, to my tank. Because I found myself never using them on the priest. And even now, I've got rid of a few mana potions. I still feel like I have a bunch of mana potions. Oh, why am I so fast? I forgot. I didn't realize how much faster I am than that guy. Yeah, that minor speed increase has been really helpful. I really forgot that I've had that on there all along. And you can start to see where it actually makes a difference, where I'm actually distancing myself from other people. Who knows how much time that'll save me. I've always argued this, if you have minor speed increase on every pair of boots you ever use, from level 1 to 60, the amount of time you save in leveling is probably extremely substantial. Like, I think the longer you have this enchant, the more, the more benefit you'll get out of it. So it's, I go left? No, I think these things are down right. Yeah, I think they're down here. The Rotting Orchard. Okay, Shadow Weaver. We don't need that. Oh, why'd I aggro both these? That was stupid. I'm going to back up real fast. Let's back up. Get out of range of these both. Okay, leaving combat. Good, good. Okay. Well, let's find our friend now. He's a little bit ahead of us. Oh, wait, what's going on? Wait, what is that? Okay, yeah, okay. Let's dot. And our buddy's okay. Let's wand. I'm going to zoom in a little for this section, because some of these trees are going to get annoying. Sometimes the camera is a little bit hard to pay attention to when you are really zoomed out. It actually is a little problematic. Let's try some mind flaying here. Doesn't really do that much, but it's kind of fun. Mind Flay also gives the benefit of being able to cause the blackout stun, which is nice, and yeah, I think it's a better idea to use Mind Flay more often. So we zoomed in a little bit now. I think we're in better shape now. Unfortunately, we need to also sneak around these guys if possible. Just gonna run south for them mobs we need. Oh, what is this? A chest maybe? Oh, nope, just a food crate. That's garbage. So the mobs we need are actually up there, but how do we get up there? Oh, really? There's some here? Crap. Crap, on my way. Sorry. Where is he? Oh, he went. He stealthed. Okay. I mean, I'm not seeing any of the ones I needed there. Maybe I must have ran right by him, but I just didn't see any. Fortunately, I set myself up for failure here by like aggroing these things and causing much trouble for myself. Dark Runner. Okay, so we gotta just kill this one because he's too close to us. I'm in combat. I will come over there soon. Shadow Weaver, Dark Runner. Where is the guy at? I do not see a rogue anywhere. There he is. In combat, 1 sec. What is this? Shadow Weaver? I don't need Shadow Weavers though. Okay, I need to shield up myself. Let's heal myself up. Renew. Let's dot this guy. Let's finish this one off before we get killed by him because he's almost dead. Just wipe him out. So we need Vile Fangs and Tainted Ones. I don't see any of them. You need Vile Fangs and Tainted Ones? I really don't see any. What do you need? I think he's on a different quest from us. I think he's on the wrong quest. Oh, we're on different quests. I see. Vile Fang and Tainted Ones. Yeah, so the mobs I need are over here. Which I can pull this one, I think, from here, which is nice. Might try and do that. Okay, take care. Thanks. Okay, so he's got to go anyway. Let's see. I want to go turn in all these quests. We got a few to turn in here. I want to kind of wrap those up. Great. Let me know if you need quests ever. Grouping for quests. Okay. So he seems like a nice guy. Really helpful. Worked out well. I was wondering, he said he saw the mobs, and I was like, I'm confident that I don't see the mobs anywhere that we need. Now I understand why, which is fine. It's totally fine. I think earlier, that's one of the things a little annoying about quests in Vanilla WoW, is so many of them have the same names. Like, Worgen in the Woods has the same name, right? So, like, if it should be like Worgen in the Woods Part 1, Part 2 or something, or, I don't know, some way to differentiate would be nice. Obviously the differentiation comes with reading the quest and describing the quest mobs you need to kill. And I think I did do that for that guy. I think I mentioned I specifically needed Vile Fangs and Tainted Ones, but maybe I forgot to. It's an easy thing to forget. Let's give this buff to the boar buff. Yep. And our bags are still pretty full. We're gonna turn a couple quests up here. I kind of want to see anyone for killing Stalvin. That's what I'm specifically. This is exactly like Legend of Stalvin has like 15 or 18 quests in it, so I specifically mentioned killing Stalvin because that'd be great if we could kill it, you know, so everyone knows exactly what we're talking about. Let's talk to Commander Evanlock, the Night Watch. Continue. Oh, choose a reward. So 10 slot we don't need. These are all bind on pickup. None of these are really good for us. We'll just take the 10 slot, I guess. I mean, we don't need it. We've got all 14 slots anyway, which is fine. And then we need to go here. We need to go to Stormwind. I wonder, can we just kill Stalvin on our own? I'm skeptical, but let's give it a try. I know where he's at. He's in a little house, and or a little shack, really. And he's surrounded by a couple mobs, but I think we will be able to do this. We do have a mana potion and a heal potion. Oh. Okay, we got a hunter here killing something, a fetid corpse. So this is where we need to be, is right here, this little farm. He's got a few mobs around him, some other fetid corpses. Let's go ahead and take them out. Let's start by doing this, and one of these, and one of these, Mind Flay. Let's see, how did that work for us? Well, we got the mob down to like about a third of his health was removed in the course of, before he even got it to us, using Mind Blast, Shadow Word Pain, and Mind Flay, which is not too bad. Contagion of Rot. Time of attacks increased by 33%. Casting speed reduced by 25%, and 5% chance of spreading contagion to allies. That's a rough disease. We can cure that, you know, thankfully. So, which we will do, of course. So the guy we need is in his house, and let's clear. We need to still clear a path, though. I want to try and get like behind this. There we go. Let's do this. One of these and that. Yeah, I kind of like getting behind this little fence so you can make him maybe run around. Just stall him a little bit. SM is Scarlet Monastery. Anyone want to or need to kill Stalvin? Please send tell. But we're gonna get him. He's just in here, and we'll be able to take him out ourselves. Maybe the hunter will help us out. Okay, I mean, I guess we're just gonna group anyway. Apparently the hunter needed him, and yeah, so there's that. We're gonna heal up the boar as needed, but it seems like the boar is gonna be fine. I threw a shield on the board, give him a little bit of a buffer. A 32, we could have easily killed Stalvin ourselves. Only 3 levels above us, we would have been just fine. That's nice. Easy. Thanks. Oh, didn't even need the quest, apparently. So, well, that was simple. What do we get for this? I didn't even look at the rewards. Oh yeah, that's right. We get a ring, which I like your Seal of Rin more than that ring. I don't want to get rid of the Seal of Rin for 7 spirit. We basically would gain 4 spirit and lose 4 intellect, 3 agility, 3 strength. Well, I mean, the strength and agility don't matter. So you look at the ring. Let's compare this. So you look at the Seal of Rin. The strength and agility are negligible. We don't care. Doesn't matter. The 4 stamina would be dropped to 2 stamina. Stalvin? Yeah. So I would have 2 less stamina, 4 less I'd lose 4 intellect and 2 stamina and gain 4 spirit. Yeah, they're a little south of the ones we were just at. So that's not that great. I don't think it's worth it. I think Seal of Rin's better. The Tranquil Ring, we would lose 1 intellect and gain 2 stamina. That's like a wash to me. Like, it's not necessarily a huge upgrade either way, if it's even an upgrade at all. I think the intellect might be better. So the Crescent of Forlorn Spirits might be the way to go, just so we can disenchant it. I think we're just going to do that. Don't really think it's worth it otherwise. So the Legend of Stalvin, continue. We'll take the Crescent of Forlorn Spirits. We'll complete the quest. We got 5,000 experience. That's substantial, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and disenchant the Crescent of Forlorn Spirits. We got 2 lesser mystic essences, which is fine. And do we have a vendor in here we can talk to? Reagents. Alyssa, Eva. Okay. Let's go ahead and sell our 10-slot bag. It's bind on pickup. We can't even give it away if we wanted to. Night crawlers, flesh-eating worms. This is all junk. We'll disenchant this cloak. 3 agility, 3 stamina is actually a nice cloak for rogues, but I want to disenchant this anyway. Pound of flesh. Melon juice we get rid of. Ghoul fang, these are all quest items. Mutton chops. Linen cloth we'll hold on to. That's just vendor, I don't care. Okay, I think we're done with all this for now. So next time, what we're going to want to work on, we're going to end everything for the day here. We need to go to Stormwind and Ironforge turn on some quests, but maybe go Seeking Wisdom, we'll turn that in Stormwind next time. Otherwise, Missing Diplomat, I'd like to finish that in Stormwind, so hopefully that's not bugged anymore. We've got a couple quests still turn in there. But in Duskwood, we're starting to wrap up Duskwood. We are running through quite a few of the quests. I think the major things left to complete will be whatever the Seeking Wisdom is, Worgen in the Woods, And eventually, we're going to kill a couple elites up here we still have to worry about. So, where's the inn? I'm trying to find the inn and I'm missing it. Also trying to buff back up. Let's check our mail, make sure there's nothing interesting here. Ooh, that's going to be nice. Tailoring 175, we're not quite there yet, but soon. More potions for us. And yeah, okay. Is there any enchants here we can use? Nope, still too high level for us. Okay, well that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I have a feeling Stitches is going to aggro onto me shortly. And that's going to be... Watch your Kiefer. Uh-oh, here we go.